Hello, how's everybody doing? Good. I'm going to start off by telling you a little story about this picture. I took this photo in 1995, and I was brand new to photography, and I just kind of stumbled into this situation where I was shooting these people. So this is Ricardo Montalban, and what's incredible about this line of images, as I'm going to show you, is that this is when I really saw what headshots was about. That it takes talent. There's an innate talent that you need to be able to have your picture taken. Ricardo Montalban was really pretty old there, and he had like something with his legs was wrong. And if you look at him in his work, he always propped himself up. He had something was not right with his legs, and he was on a walker, but he was a very vain dude, so he wanted the walker like so far away from him that I had no chance of him getting shot with a walker. So he was standing there and he was in just pain. And this mask of pain would come over his face every now and then. And he would wait, he'd stop, and he would like shake it off. You know, he really like was going someplace. And then he would just go, boom. And that dude is in pain, but you could never tell by looking at that picture. And that's just what set me off on my journey of headshots, I think, is just these types of interactions and seeing the power of what's happening behind the camera, in front of the camera. What makes a successful headshot? Does everybody know what a headshot is? Like everybody knows, yeah. Headshots are not portraits. They're not editorial shoots. They're very specific. Whether you're shooting an actor or you're shooting a corporate person or whatever, a headshot is a very specific thing, I think. What makes a successful headshot? Obviously, well, not obviously, eye contact is very important. Relaxed muscles, facial, body, mind. What that means is the camera picks up everything. You could see you could see people's tension, and part of being the photographer is to help guide people and be their ears and eyes for them, and like tell them when they have tension and help them deal with it and try to figure that out and get rid of it, because it really shows up in the pictures. Subtext, you know, contrary to what people think sometimes when they come into my studio, it's not just standing there and smiling, okay? It's a lot of work. When many times after a session, a client was going to be tired, and they're like, they're surprised at how tired they are, and it's because they had to do something. It's not just standing on a spot and looking in the camera and smiling. It takes work to get subtext, and that's what the photographer's job is, to help them through that. You know, we live in New York City, we can go shoot with anything in the background and get great, cool pictures, but headshots are about the person. And that's why you'll hear like no jewelry and no, you know, patterned tops, and really simple, because generally speaking, whoever is looking at that headshot is looking at it for a second. You know, whether it's a person online looking at a company and they're looking at a profile, they're looking for a second. Casting person who's going through pictures, boom, boom, they're looking for a second, you know? So when you have a background or a cool top or whatever, and someone says, where was that shot? That's really cool. That's a fail. They failed, you know, they didn't get a good headshot, because you got to capture their attention in a second. So that's what nondescript background is. Layers and personality is we are all more than one thing, you know. I'm a son, and I'm a friend, I'm a lover, I'm a brother, you know, I'm all these things all in one, and we all are, you know. And we're not monolithic, we're a lot of things, and that's what I feel, layers and personality. It's you know, anybody can smile, but when you look at the picture and you wonder what they're smiling about, then you're onto something. So moving right along. So the difference between a good headshot and a great one a lot of times is like a fraction. Like it constantly amazes me how little someone has to do to really put out a lot. The next images I'm going to show you are straight out of my camera, no retouching, no adjusting, nothing. Just so I put that out there so nobody gets all crazy. So this is a girl I just shot, and I'm going to show you 4 pictures, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all pretty close, right? But if you look at them really carefully, they're not. If you look really careful, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does anybody want to give me their opinion which they think is the best? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's really cool because it's subjective. There's no right answer. There's no right answer. So what I'm going to tell you is right for me, you know, for what I think. And I think number 4 is the one. And I'll tell you why. Because, so number 1, this gets really nitpicky, but when her mouth is squirrely, right? It's not settled. It's not relaxed. Her chin's a little too low. I like a low chin, but that's a little too contrived feeling to me. You know, that's better. That's actually really good. Actually, 3 is like my alternate choice. It's really close. But I picked 4 because it's a little softer and it fits her personality of the type that she is. Because she's not necessarily this. She's more that. You know, it's softer, right? Does everybody see that it's softer? And her mouth is very relaxed and her eyes are very connected and she's got a lot going on and you can't really tell what she's thinking, but you can see that she's connected. The next few are really interesting because you can stop here and go, oh, that's a nice picture. But when I adjust her just a little bit, it just boom, it snaps, it pops, her eyes are connected, her face is a nice shape. See? Same with this one, right? This is good, right? But when she strengthens up a little bit and sharpens up, boom, you know, it just looks so much better to me, you know? Like, that's good, but that's a lot better. And she still has bags on her eyes, and she has lines. She's a young girl, so, you know, granted. Same with her, you know, just a little bit of little Photoshop, not really changing anything on her face, just sharpening things up with layers and stuff like that. This one's good because nobody has a symmetrical face. Everybody's got something going on with their face. It's just, we're human, that's how it is. You know, this guy, obviously his eye is, and he knows it and he's fine with it, right? But I wanted to fix it a little bit to make it just a little bit better without really changing his face. So this is what I did, and you'll see. I took the tension muscles, like those things off of his forehead, and I opened up his eye with liquify, just like a little teeny bit, and then I go in and erase the eyeball so that it doesn't get bigger with the liquify tool, and that's it. This is just like, aside from cleaning up the background, it's just contouring and getting rid of some little problems with her skin, but that's about it. So it's really not much. It's all in a lot of the Photoshop that's done is in the levels and curves and stuff. So this is a good one too because she has bags in her eyes, and everybody has bags under their eyes. And when you smile, it's an anatomical fact that you're going to get bags under your eyes. It drives me crazy when I see people retouch their pictures where they just smooth it out, you know? It just drives me crazy because they look like an alien. So there's a better way around that, and that's just to lighten it up a little bit. This is a very flat version. This is right out of my camera. But when I change the levels on it, the pigment under his eyes got really dark. So I had to deal with that right there, but it's still there. You can see it. It's still there, but it's just lightened up a lot. So, you know, the whole idea with retouching is that you don't want to go overboard. The whole idea of headshots is to make trust with you know, have them feel comfortable with you. Do you feel comfortable yet? She looks very comfortable.
Very excited.
So all you need to do is look right there and have a good thought in your head. Turn your nose a little bit over this way. That's good. You don't look tense or uptight at all. You look very relaxed. Are you good?
I'm a very good actress.
The headshot has a very specific purpose, you know, and it's kind of like it's someone's calling card. You know, a portrait is to hang on the wall and to admire and to look. You know, a headshot is very utilitarian, you know. It's no hands, it's no stuff, you know what I mean? It's really bare bones, you know, and because you just want you want the vibe of the person. I'm very big on the vibe, on someone's vibe, and having it come out of them, you know? So to me, that's what a headshot is. A portrait is a little more like a pretty picture, you know? Because sometimes people, you know, they have to be honest with themselves, and they, you know, then they see themselves in a way on a photo, and they're like, let me back up. Many times, an agent will pick a photo for their client, and the client will be like, I don't know why the agent picked this, I hate that photo. But there's a reason they picked it, because it's honest. Now, the client may not be comfortable looking at themselves in such an honest way, like in a full smile, and where they didn't fake their smile, where it was real. And, you know, a smile is like the worst thing we could do to our face. You know, if we were like an alien, you come down and an alien comes down and goes, oh my, what's that person doing? That's ugly. They're smiling, you know? We know a smile is beautiful because we have the emotions to back it up. We understand what that smile means, you know? But technically, you know, you're pushing your cheeks up, you know, it's not very attractive, you know? But what makes it attractive is when it's genuine and you feel something from looking at that, you know? So sometimes people aren't comfortable seeing themselves in that way. So they may not be comfortable with what they see, but it's honest. And that's what a headshot is. It's got to be honest, because casting people are not stupid, you know? They see pictures all the time. They know when something's been retouched too much. They know when stuff's been done, you know? They know when someone's smile is fake, you know? So it needs to be really genuine. Thanks so much for letting me fumble through this. It's an experiment we did, and we'll see how it went.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.